Welcome to Brothers Talking Sports. I'm your host, Oscar, here with my co-host, Shay and Max, and a special guest today, Ezra. Welcome. Do we
Thank
give
you.
a round of applause? Do we, or just fuck him?
Thanks, guys.
New guy.
New guy.
Yeah,
New
let's
bitch.
fuck him.
New bitch. Guys, how we doing today?
Go
Good.
ahead, your podcast.
Great. I'm doing fantastic.
Max.
I want to go home.
I feel like shit.
Did I show you guys my sunburn? I went to the beach yesterday.
Yeah, it was the senior skip day yesterday.
It was, along with many other schools,
Yes.
like Rocky Point.
Ours was senior skip day.
Smith one, right?
Yeah. You want to see my elite sunburn?
One of my coworkers got completely wasted. Completely wasted.
Do you look like Larry the Lobster?
Oh,
he's
my
taking his shirt off.
God.
Oh,
I didn't see.
my. Oh, God.
You want to see my back?
Just pull your pants down quick. I mean,
Oh, that's
Don't
pretty
do
cute.
that.
Yo, can you
Don't-
calm
don't
down
say
over
it.
there? Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm sorry. I just had to show it. It's really painful right now. I'm screaming.
Yeah,
inside.
I bet it's painful.
Yeah.
did you lather yourself in aloe?
No.
Why?
Because we didn't have any.
Yeah, you got to get something.
Go
for that
buy
shit.
some.
I know. It's
Yeah.
all right. In like a couple days, I'm going to look so tan. It's going to be so nice.
Until you peel.
No, I don't peel. I actually don't, I swear.
All right, NBA Finals, Max. How you feeling? Down 0-1.
Why are you asking me as if I play?
I'm asking you because you're a Heat fan.
I am a Heat fan.
Well, you know,
How do you feel that you're only
we do have to
lead
talk
in the
about
game?
that. We were both wrong, Oscar, in the fact that we said if Boston did win Game 6, they would win Game 7. We
Yeah.
were both wrong, and they won Game 6, and they didn't win Game 7. So
Fucking got embarrassed in Game 7.
Because Jaylen Brown can't
At
dribble.
home.
yeah, Jaylen Brown actually forgot how to play basketball. He couldn't even dribble. So
And then Jason Tatum very first play gets fucking injured.
It doesn't matter. He
Kinda
looked, he was
tight.
fine.
he still sucked. And yeah, Jaylen Brown looked like he didn't remember how to play basketball and couldn't dribble the ball the right way. Like would go off his foot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Denver's going to win the finals, so
In 5 or 6.
I'll go 6.
I said 6.
I still think if the Heat win tonight, they're going to win the finals.
Really?
You're hilarious.
What?
Because
'Cause
they're
then
going to...
then they get to go home. Makes
Yeah.
sense. I agree.
Not only that, Tyler Hero's going to come back. The thing is, here's... Here, can everybody shut up? I'm going to explain why
No.
he should or should not come back.
Now let
If
him
they
talk.
lose tonight, you throw him back in Game 3. If they win tonight, you slowly put him into the lineup, give him like 10 minutes. You can take away Kyle Lowry's minutes because he's really doing nothing. Trust me, he's doing nothing. So you give him that 10 minutes, and then you just slowly increase his minutes or decrease his minutes how he's doing. It's the easiest way to bring him back because you can't throw him back into that starting lineup and move Struce. To be honest, you could put Struce in the streets after that performance, but he's going to be fine next game. But you can't take him and move him to the bench and then just easily replace Tyler Hero with him.
You can't just throw him back in the lineup, especially for the morale of the team. Like they'll be fucking like, this guy's now playing 30 minutes a night, yo. We just grinded our asses off to get all the way here, and then fucking
You
he gets thrown
just
in.
have to slowly bring him back in like they did with Victor Oladipo in Indiana. He didn't even start in his first couple games in return. He was limited. He played 8 minutes, but then he had a huge game winner and showed that he's still Victor Oladipo. And then he left Indiana, but still his minutes went up as he played better. But the team was decent at the time.
I don't think he's ever going to start for this Miami team for this series if he comes back. But like he'll slowly work back to that like 6-man role that he had.
He's way better when he's a 6-man.
I think he'd be a great spark off the bench.
Yeah,
that you'll
but like I
need.
said, you can't.
Especially
guy
if you
that
go down
hasn't
2-0.
played in this long, you can't just put him back in the lineup because he's probably not going to be too great in his first game back.
Probably not.
But it's interesting. I still think that Denver's going to win. But yeah, you never know. They win and then can go back home. Miami can make things a little interesting.
You know, Miami in that game, they went to a zone for a little bit, and it worked because Denver was not hitting any shots, any 3-pointers, but like if you have Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray hit like 2 extra threes, this game isn't even close. I mean,
The thing is, but you can also argue the other way. If Max Struce makes 3 threes out of the 10 he missed, that he usually does, Miami probably would have won. They only lost by 9.
yeah, I know, but Denver's not.
They lost 11. They lost by 11.
What should I call it? Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray aren't going to go.
Exactly. So
aren't
it
going
can
to go 4 of 20.
It can go
again.
both ways. You really have to say the altitude for Denver is killing everybody. They're not really good on the road either. They win 35% of the games on the road, 65 at home. And they're like an extra 3,000 feet in the air compared to Miami, who's
5,000.
It's 5,000?
It's 5,000.
I think it's 5.6K.
What? Where?
Their
Denver.
altitude.
It is 5,000.
I think it's 6,000.
It's
It's
5,200 or something like that. 4 or 5. It's around 5,000. Their altitude.
Has Denver lost a playoff game at home yet this entire year?
I don't
I don't
so.
think they've lost a single playoff game at home.
I know they didn't lose to the Lakers.
Yeah, no, that was the thing. They were showing like teams and like their records at home in the playoffs this series. I don't think the Nuggets have lost one at home.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like they're undefeated at home.
Who do they play in the second round?
The Suns.
The Suns.
Yeah,
They have not lost a playoff game at home yet.
Yeah, they've been perfect at home. So
They lost one game in Minnesota, and then they lost
one in Phoenix.
2 in Phoenix.
I mean, the altitude definitely helps, but like also like Denver's also playing with the altitude. I know they play with it for 42 games,
Exactly, so it doesn't really
41
affect
games or whatever.
I don't
but-
care about that. I don't believe in that altitude.
Have you been to
stuff.
Denver?
Yeah, Shay, do you not realize the
Have
higher
you
you
been
go
to
up
Denver?
there, the
Good
harder it
point.
is to breathe, man.
Yeah, but they play indoors.
Does not matter.
Like I can
Have you
understand.
been
Like
to Denver?
I haven't.
It's very hard to breathe.
Is it really?
Yes. Like noticeably different. If you walk up a flight of stairs, you're exhausted.
Well, I walk up a fire stairs now. I'm fucking exhausted.
That wasn't the point,
But, like,
badass.
so now I'm really gonna be fucking out of breath.
But yeah, so that definitely plays a big factor.
I could see with like football, like if you play against the Broncos, like the altitude because like that's outdoors and whatnot. But I wouldn't have expected that.
And they still suck.
You can't change how
Hey,
much oxygen's in the
We're gonna
air.
talk about that.
But I think
on the come up.
I'm not saying to say this or not. I think football players are more conditioned than NBA players.
Oh, absolutely.
different type of.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone's played football here, so you know how to.
Depends on
I
the
feel like I had to be
position.
more conditioned to play basketball than I did football. I feel like I didn't have to be too conditioned for football.
Really? See, I felt the opposite.
Like I never feel like I got gassed in football. Like my body would get like tired a little bit, but I never felt like tired.
When I came back from basketball games, I was dead ass tired. I didn't want to do
That's what I mean. Oh, basketball. I'm talking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basketball,
I think
yeah.
basketball's worse. Yeah, you have to be more conditioned for basketball than football.
Not for me. I'm
But also, like, for basketball, like, there's sometimes, like, you don't have to run back on fucking defense. If you're down there in a board,
Well, that's
It depends
aka
on
the entire
position.
NBA.
yeah, exactly. So that's why I feel like it depends on what level you're talking about, too. Because, like, college, I feel like you're running a lot more in basketball. Actually,
There's more 3-pointers attempted in the NBA than in college.
yeah.
So yeah.
But also, like, if you make a basket, you get to walk up the court.
Not if you're a hustler.
What do you mean? If you hit a layup, you're all the way down on the wrong side.
What type of conversation did this fucking turn into?
Well, no.
The altitude.
Well, it started with the altitude, but if you're so you make a basket. So Miami makes a basket, Denver now can walk it up the court. So you really don't have to run. Miami hits 10 straight baskets. You don't have to run 10 straight times.
And if you hand it off to a running back and you gain 1 yard, you don't move.
Of course, but you're not. But what should I call it?
The conditioning's the same argument.
This fucking conversation's gone nowhere.
Yeah, some would say.
All right, I think let's get into it. AFC West review. I think this is the best division of football. Would we disagree?
Yes.
I don't know if this is the best division of football.
It's definitely top 3.
We reviewed the AFC North, and everybody in that division. I think I had everybody in that division going above 500. So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think I'll have every team in this division going above 500. So in that case, I don't know if I have this being the best division of football. In that case, they have the best team probably,
Oh, definitely.
and then the second team I think is going to be pretty good this year as well, and even the third team could be solid. But I don't really know.
I don't know. But let's start off with Denver. Their first biggest move of this offseason was getting rid of Nathaniel Hackett. Oh, they did that in season, but
Their biggest
and
move is-
hiring Sean Payton.
Yeah, I mean, you got the coach that you've been looking for, the guy with experience, to go with that quarterback that you got and paid a lot of money.
They also gained Randy Gregory, Quan Williams, and Alex Singleton from the Eagles, and DJ Jones from. Oh, this is last year's.
No, but they got
You're retarded.
Yeah, dude. They got all those guys last year.
Yeah, I don't think they got much this year.
I'm
I also don't
fucking
think they
not
lost a lot.
K-
this
wait, Kato. I don't even remember Kato Williams.
Well, great. I don't have the acquisitions now, but it's okay.
I was gonna say Randy. I remember Randy Gregory sacking Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, no, I pulled up last year's. I'm retarded. So yeah, but the Broncos.
They sucked last year.
Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock.
They went 1-8 on the road. 1-8.
They didn't win many at home either.
They won 4 and they went 4-4 at home. They didn't play that bad, but like
that altitude really helped them out.
exactly.
But Denver needs Russell Wilson to play like Russell Wilson we have seen in the past. If Russell Wilson's not playing like Russell Wilson, this team has no chance.
That's exactly what happened last year.
Yeah.
There was the ESPN stat, I think we all saw it. If they scored 21 points in every game, they would have went 10-7.
I mean, yeah.
Was it really 21 points?
Yeah. You could
at one point, remember,
21 points.
Russell Wilson had more bathrooms in his house than touchdown passes, and that was by like week 12, so that's saying a lot.
Oh, that's so messed up. But whatchamacallit. Denver, well, there was a lot of also rumors this offseason about is Jerry Jeudy going, is Cortland Sutton being traded, and none of them been traded this offseason, so they kept everybody back, essentially. I don't think they signed anybody or lost anybody, really.
They got Mike McGlinchey, I think.
Yes, they did. They did sign Mike McGlinchey. Which doesn't... I mean, it definitely helps him because he's like a top...
Max, what's your opinion on Mike McGlinchey?
I think he's a fat shit and he should stop. And he can't pass block for his fucking life. I mean, he got thrown by Micah Parsons with one arm. I'm ashamed that guy stepped on Long Island and even tried practicing here.
Well...
I literally don't think he's a fucking good right tackle.
I know you.
Just because he's 6'8" and fat does not make you good. You're getting thrown by every linebacker in the league. You fucking suck, Michael. You suck.
Max's standards are Trent Williams over there.
I mean, I'm just saying, how do you work with Trent Williams and your outcome is fucking Mike McGlinchey?
Mike McGlinchey's pretty good.
Not Trent Williams.
Mike McGlinchey is not good.
All right, I got to interrupt. I just got a notification on YouTube that says how to play Madden 24 this week from Swift. So, yeah, might have to check that out.
They didn't release a cover art.
Look.
Should be Josh Allen.
Definitely shouldn't be fucking Josh Allen.
It shows Jalen Hurts.
It's going to be McCaffrey.
Joe Burrow.
That's a good idea.
That's a good one.
Speaking of which, what are you guys thinking next year? We're thinking Madden or a little NCAA?
No, isn't that?
It's the next year, Shay.
It's next year.
Year.
No, NCAA is next
25,
year.
Next year. Oh, no.
They delayed it a year, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it's 2024.
Yeah, they delayed it.
Like
that's when it's
the
coming out,
following, not like January 2024. They mean like September of 2024.
I think so.
Yep.
Oh, I thought they meant like middle of the year this year.
Well, anyways, I'm not playing Madden. I can't wait till... I mean, John Madden's death is probably the best thing for Madden. We're going to have to cut that out.
That was horrible.
What?
We're going to have to cut that out.
I'm going to leave that in there.
Okay. John Madden, come at me, bro. Come on.
I think we're all confused on...
He can't.
We're talking about
He can't.
Moving on.
We're talking about the AFC West here, Max, not John fucking Madden.
Sorry.
How many games does Kansas City lose? Oscar, pull up their schedule
This year?
this year.
We'll get to that when we get to
Yeah, we'll get to
predictions.
We're still on Denver.
We're on the
I don't want
Broncos.
to talk about the Broncos.
No
We're on
one
the
does.
Broncos.
But Denver's winning right now in life. So
What are we doing with ourselves right now?
this is a fun one today. I'm having fun. I never thought I'd be roasting John Madden.
This
You're a
is...
terrible person.
Yeah, can we stay on the Denver Broncos? Okay, they had a great defense last year.
They did.
Actually, one of the best.
Great secondary.
Great secondary. Again, this can Sean Payton elevate this offense, and can Russell Wilson help this offense to become the offense they need to be and score 20-plus points per game? Because, again, they were the worst offense in football.
Yeah,
They did sign Lamar Jackson, too. The defensive back, Lamar Jackson.
Shut up.
Russell Wilson's the biggest what if, because last year we know he struggled, obviously, and with under Nathaniel Hackett, and it was like but again, it's a first-year thing for him, first year in Denver. Happens with a lot of quarterbacks when they go their first year with a new team, like they struggle,
Except
and then
Matthew
they bounce
Stafford.
back. Stafford
Yeah,
did
but
all right,
then look at what they did
Look at
last year.
Stafford's team that he went to.
Stafford went.
Stafford had people to throw to.
Stafford went to a loaded roster.
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson will be better this year, more comfortable, and with a better coach, a very good coach, and a good defense. I think the Broncos will be a lot better off than they were last year.
They'll definitely be much
They
better.
shouldn't lose the division.
Oh, absolutely not. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be coming in last. There's no way you come.
No, but they're coming third.
All right.
It's
Prob-
Denver.
probably.
They haven't been good since Manning.
Well, coming in third is still pretty good with this
The
division.
division.
The teams
Yeah, I guess.
the teams ahead of them are pretty good. So
Let's talk about the Chargers. The team that
They are just like the Sixers in the playoffs. They're not going to get past the second round.
if they don't have injuries, this team could be the
this
best
team
team in
is
football.
electric. Yeah, they have on paper.
Good one. Electric. Nice.
Stop! It hurts. That really hurts. Stop. Ow.
I'm shaking the TV.
I'll say this right now. If this team is healthy throughout the whole season, they could go 17-0 and win a championship.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
They have to play
All right.
Kansas City twice.
Okay, let's be realistic.
Yes.
Let's be realistic.
One of which is
They're
an
not going
Arrowhead.
17
They have
now.
to play the Niners.
Can they win the championship? Yeah, 100%.
They
This
have
team
to
has
play
the
the Bills.
talent. However, they have one.
They did get Will Clapp.
You guys are forgetting. Whoa, that's huge. Actually,
They re-signed him. Yep.
you're forgetting one problem.
They also brought back Parham.
They got Khalil Mack.
They have one problem, and
Adderley did retire.
it's their head coach.
I think their
Um,
head coach is still pretty good.
Brandon Staley. You think he's good?
I think Brandon Staley is a good
This is
head coach.
Two,
They got Eric
two
Kendricks.
years now where people are questioning the coach, and he's still there. Back-to-back seasons that they're like, people are like, we need to get rid of this guy. Like, I don't know how good of an actual coach he is. Like,
If they have a losing record and don't make the playoffs, does he get fired?
he has to. I mean, this guy's been in question for 2 years now, and he's still there. So it's really boom or bust for him.
Now, I don't know who calls the plays in Los Angeles, but is it him? I don't think it's
He's
him.
a
It
defensive
doesn't
guy.
matter.
But that does matter.
You're the head coach.
Play calling matters so much in the NFL that it goes underrated.
Yeah, but he's
Look at
play
the
caller's
Sixers.
boss. It's his
He's
job.
not the play.
Wait,
the
I
play
just said look at the
caller
Sixers. Look at
the play caller-
Eagles.
is the play caller. You're not gonna unless you fucking some drastic happens. You're not gonna change play calling duties in the middle of a game.
Oh, no. You know who's calling the offense this year? Kellen Moore.
Oh, they'll be fine.
Yeah, I forgot they got Kellen Moore.
Oh, that's a great offensive
Yeah.
coordinator.
Yeah, so,
Oh, you're gonna see 55 passes.
well, they already did throw the ball 55 times.
That's true. So 60.
Yeah, I forgot they got Kellen Moore. Yeah, that's pretty good for them. They got a running back, though, that's, he's a great pass catcher, but how much does he really want to be there? He was requesting a trade. He was trying to get out of there.
Well, then he got dollars. Then
Well, yeah, he
more
got
money.
he got a bunch of incentives and stuff for this year, but he's gonna be a free agent after this year. So like, who
But
knows how?
Wait, hold on. If you're a free agent at the end of the year, wouldn't you want to have a season out of your mind to make as much money as possible?
That
Sign
is
a
also one
crazy
thing.
deal?
Yes, it's a contract year, so that's So he could be really good this year.
And this is
However, they might also be like, we don't want to use you as much because again, you're a free agent this year, so we want to not be. They want to re-sign him and not have to pay him as much money. So they'd be like, hey, look, you didn't have that good of a year. You're not worth that much.
Exactly.
But no, this team has Super Bowl aspirations. They have the talent. They have a great quarterback. Herbert's a very talented quarterback.
3 really good receivers.
Yeah, they got. I mean, if they stay healthy, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Jordan Addison that they draft. Jordan Addison?
I thought it was Yeah.
No, Zay Flowers went to Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and Jordan Addison. I mean, even like other guys they have.
I think they improved to 11-6.
Who's the other guys they had? Palmer.
Josh Palmer played well.
And
Yeah.
the other kid too.
Donald Parham.
No,
They did re-sign him.
not the Madden god himself.
That is a
Who's
Madden
playing tight
guy.
end for them this year? What old man's playing tight ends this year?
I don't see any signings. All I see is they.
Is it still
Gerald Everett.
Everett still?
I think
Yeah.
So Everett.
This team
Everett was actually
every
good.
single
He's a good
year-
catcher.
Every
He's
year
a great
they just
catcher.
have like this like tight end who gets like touchdown catches and like little stuff like they had like Jared Cook at one point like that. every year with this team, they just like pick up some tight end to get the job done.
Yeah, I don't think this defense is a top 10 defense as well.
When healthy, this defense is, I mean, secondary wise is great. Pass rushing is phenomenal.
I mean, they did lose Adderley.
I mean, they may have the.
Yeah, but that's not that.
They have Joey
Not that
Bosa and Khalil
big.
Mack.
Yeah, exactly.
Khalil Mack really did nothing.
Well,
But he's still Khalil
He's still
Mack.
Khalil Mack.
this team, if they stay
But
healthy,
if a guy does nothing, how is he still Khalil Mack?
they have probably the best safety in the league.
Oh, I think he might be one of the best defensive players
Yeah,
in the league.
Derwin James is phenomenal. J.C. Jackson, when he's actually is great when he's healthy, obviously.
Yeah.
They have Asante Samuel. Like, their secondary is good. Their pass rush is good. Like, this team is very talented.
Yeah, they're really lacking
They
linebackers.
still have
if you
Linval
want to
Joseph
count.
in the middle.
They
He's
should.
gone.
Oh, is he?
Why do I think he went to? Didn't he go to Philly? Or no, I think they still have Linval Joseph in the middle, but he's a good player too. And again, this Chargers just roster is loaded.
And
So-
offensive
they're healthy.
offensive line, they're all right too. Like, they got a great left tackle. Rashawn Slater is very good. They got Zion on their team, so
Shay, he's in.
no. He's no. He plays for the Chargers.
I'm gonna believe you on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is.
Let's
It
talk
is
about
Zion.
the.
Did Zoe go too?
Let's talk about
No.
the team that
Zion.
lost their quarterback, Las Vegas.
They're
Yeah, but they
losing the
also
division.
improved at their quarterback.
They're
However,
losing
they
the
upped
division.
their attractiveness level by so much because they got Jimmy Garoppolo playing quarterback. For
I
them.
mean, that's definitely the perfect spot for Jimmy.
Oh yeah,
Las
Oh
Vegas.
my god, yeah. He's gonna fit in perfectly in Vegas.
That's the
Even if he's
perfect
not playing
destination.
quarterback and throwing the ball, it's all right, Jimmy. You're in Vegas. You're doing all right.
Exactly. You're doing all right for yourself, Jimmy. But
Yeah. So obviously he didn't pass his physical, and he's gonna have one more physical test. And if he can't pass that, he's not playing quarterback for them. So that's a big problem. They paid him a bunch of money. Well, actually, though, if he doesn't pass physical, they don't have to pay him anything. So, but that was who they were hoping to be their quarterback. I still think they're looking for a younger guy to kind of future, but they didn't want to get one this year, so they're gonna wait all.
you know,
But this team, I mean, I like this team's okay to me. Like
if
this,
they had Waller, I would still like it a little bit more.
but Waller barely played for them. Like never. They have arguably the best receiver in the league.
They got Jacoby Myers
In
too.
Hunter Renfro, and then
Yep. Hunter Renfro's a god. I mean, that other guy that wears 17's trash.
he's
He sucks.
not that good. Offensive line is It's who did they draft this year though? I really liked who they drafted this year.
Didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, no, who did they go with this year? Why am I blanking?
Yeah, Zion.
No, they got the edge rusher out of Texas Tech.
Tyree Williams.
Wilson.
Tyree
Yeah,
Wilson.
I really like that for them because I think he could have argued that he was the best defensive player in the draft. So I was happy with that pick.
Yeah.
And I just think this is like it's just like a decent, it's like a Patriots type roster to me. And obviously
It's a
they have,
Patriots type of team.
and they have McDaniels as their coach, obviously. McDaniels as their coach.
I think Jimmy Garoppolo is the perfect man to run this offense, though. He can drop. He has to drop back 20 times a game.
And they're gonna put a lot of trust in their running back who led the league in rushing yards last year, coming into this year, and Josh Jacobs.
Exactly.
They're gonna put a lot of faith on him, and then if Jimmy Garoppolo plays, they're gonna go back to that. What kind of a lot of teams are running? Focus on the run game. A lot of play action. They're gonna throw it and they need to throw it to their number one receiver off the play action or even just one-on-one balls. They're gonna give him a chance because he's
Exactly.
very good. So.
And that team ran a lot of I formation. I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
You don't see I formation at all, but they were like, all right, fuck it. We're running I formation almost every time they were coming out. I mean, when they played the Chiefs, I didn't see anything else than other I formation, which you don't see in the NFL anymore. So I think the Raiders played a different style than almost anybody else in the league.
I feel like every year this Raiders team, they come out so hot. Like they start the year, they're like 5-2, 5-3, and then all of a sudden they finish the year 7-10. Like they come out so hot. They're playing well, and you're like, this team is really good, and then they just go on a stretch where they're just bad.
Yeah.
And they just need to stay consistently solid the entire year. Like when they're playing well, they got to keep playing well because they hit points where they just really, really goes downhill for them.
I think we talk about every team in their quarterback situation, but I think Jimmy Garoppolo is not a massive upgrade, but it's definitely a huge upgrade from Jared Stidham.
Yeah, I mean, if he played, I think they'd be all right. And they might have Tom Brady as one of their owners. So.
That's true. He might be one of their owners.
If Josh Jacobs gets hurt, do they have a chance at all?
Yeah, I think you could plug 10 running backs You can plug and chug different running backs in there, yo. You'll be okay.
I don't know with this team.
They don't have a good running back.
I don't think their offensive line is spectacular. I think Josh Jacobs is big for them. So
He's definitely big, but
obviously, if Josh Jacobs goes down, yeah, that's a big problem for them. But that's like a lot of teams if their star running back goes down.
exactly. Chiefs.
They're winning the division.
They're not that good.
They'll be fine. What do you mean? They just got McKinnon back. No, who did they got? McKinnon. They got Richie. That's all I know. All I know is they got.
They don't really have.
They signed
They
Blaine.
don't have a receiver.
They signed Blaine
really
Gabbert. They got Justin Watson. They got Richie James, Deion Bush, and Jerick McKinnon. That's it.
Richie James is going to become that number 2 wide receiver.
You look at their receivers as like, wow.
I still think
they have Kadarius Toney.
Yes.
This is like Packers level bad receivers they got. Obviously, they have Travis Kelce, so that guy's pretty good.
We said that shit last year. You know what fucking happened? They still won the goddamn Super Bowl.
No, I know. It's what happens when your quarterback is that good and your coach is that good. However, they did lose Eric Bieniemy, so we'll really see how much of an impact he had with this team, or if it really is what everyone thinks and it's just all Andy Reid. We'll see what happens with Bieniemy gone.
Still don't understand why Bieniemy left.
Yeah,
let's make a name for him.
To become another
it's not like
offensive
he became a
coordinator.
head coach. Yeah, he just.
You're right.
an
Yeah,
offensive
I
coordinator with
forgot.
Washington, right?
Yeah, he went to Washington to become another offensive coordinator.
that didn't really make sense. He wants to make a name for himself, but I don't know, man. It really could go down.
It's fine because they just have fucking Matt Nagy that they'll plug in and he'll be fine.
It could really go downhill. So yeah, I don't know what Bieniemy was really thinking with that. Yeah, when you got a team with the clear best quarterback in the league, they just won a Super Bowl.
I still think Mahomes will be the best quarterback to ever play football when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's a chance.
A chance.
I think they also have one of the best defensive.
He's still young. Relax.
That's why.
With 2 Super Bowls?
Yeah, he's won 2 MVPs and 2 Super Bowls already.
And he just did it without
And
Tyreek
if he
Hill.
pulls an Alex Smith and can't come back.
His worst season he's had is what he's lost in the AFC Championship. That's the worst season he's had. Yeah.
Against Joe Burrow.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady, I'm thinking.
Oh, and Tom Brady, yes.
And I think Steve Spagnuolo, their defensive coordinator, I think he's one of the best defensive coordinators.
He's so good. Yeah.
Their coaching staff is, I just think, phenomenal. And they have the best quarterback. They have a great tight end. They lost what's his face on the offensive line, but they
Orlando Brown.
Yeah, they replaced him with
they're just winners.
Jawan Johnson.
Yeah, the Jaguars, Jaguars guy. Defensively, they got Chris Jones in the middle. Like, this is like the roster I look at. It's like, well, it's not spectacular, but they have a quarterback. They have a weapon. They have a couple guys on defense, and they have great coaches, and they win.
You saw last year with the amount of receivers they had. They were still able to get their number 1 guys open, and they still did. They really never had to improvise, even though that's what Patrick Mahomes does. They were just so calm with the way they played.
They might have found their running back now in Isaiah Pacheco after that's like Super Bowl performance, how he's been playing. And then McKinnon as their third down back. I think they found themselves a good running back duo right there.
I don't know about their running back situation, though, because I feel like every year
It's a good 1-2 combo.
we go in, Kareem Hunt's going to be the guy. Oh, he's gone.
Well, that's the thing. They just got they have guys, and then if they ever once they get to the point, they need to get paid, or just ship him out.
He was a kicker.
Well, Kareem Hunt exactly.
It wasn't his position.
He kicked.
Oh, that's right. But then
he kicked.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Oh, he's gonna be the next great running back.
Well,
no one really fucking said
here's
that.
The thing. Yeah,
Javonte Williams.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was projected to be really good to start the year, and then
he snapped his leg.
And then he was never that good.
Yeah.
Pacheco kind of proved he was solid, and McKinnon obviously had a great receiving year this year for them.
I mean, just look at the way that Clyde's Edwards-Helaire runs and Pacheco runs.
Pacheco runs hard, but when you run hard in the NFL, sometimes that's going to get you injured very fast.
Nick Chubb shows that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Nick Chubb's a tank.
Well, Nick Chubb's also fucking squats 530 pounds.
Well, Pacheco's got to start squatting.
He's 5'10".
I don't give a fuck.
This is not Derrick Henry.
Excuses.
He's 5'10".
He is 5'10".
I thought he was shorter than that.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is 5'7".
Yeah, I know. He's really short. He's really tiny. Yeah.
I'm
taller than him, and if I say where someone's tiny, that's really
a munchkin right there.
I'm not very tall, so if I'm taller than him, that's pretty bad.
That's a munchkin right there.
Yeah. Now, who's the guy? The guy who got drafted? There's a 5'6" guy who got drafted this year, running back, and he led college in scrimmage yards or something like that. He's like the next Darren Sproles. And
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I think he
went
to a school down south.
That's where 90% of the colleges
All right,
you
no,
go down
I'm like
south.
No,
Texas, Oklahoma.
No, I think you're right. No, why do I think? No, he went to Kansas State. I'm pretty sure. Who is
That's
the?
not South. Never mind.
Who is this? What's his name?
But again, the Chiefs, I feel like every year we say, oh, they don't have this, they don't have this, they don't have this, and then
And
they're
then they shut us the fuck up.
in the
Deuce,
same spot.
That's his name. His name is Deuce. Deuce Vaughn.
They're in the same spot every year because I have Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that's all you need sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for teams to start double teaming and even like triple teaming Travis Kelce at this. But let somebody else beat you.
You have MVS.
Yeah, well, he just runs straight.
That's my point. And
Yeah,
you have
he really
the
did
best arm in the
nothing.
league.
He just runs.
He was
straight.
very replaceable there.
Well, it's not the fact. Let somebody else beat you. Don't let Travis Kelce beat you. Let somebody else beat you.
Because it's
The problem is because even if that happens, Mahomes gets out of the pocket, he makes something happen with his legs because he's faster than anybody expects that he is. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
this team is they're very good for obvious reasons.
If you're in another NFL team, just hope Patrick Mahomes gets hurt.
Yeah, no, literally,
That's it.
Or throws 4 interceptions somehow.
That's not happening.
He does that, but he wins. He'll do that with the win.
Exactly.
They'll have one game, but they're like
He'll
2
put up
interceptions.
6
They'll
touchdowns.
still win.
Yeah, exactly. You have to literally hope Patrick Mahomes gets hurt or Travis Kelce gets
They
hurt.
do have to play the Eagles, Bills, and Bengals.
I don't care. I literally could give a shit. Their schedule could be the top 17 NFL teams, and they'd be completely fine.
It don't matter where
They're
they're
champions, man. You
It doesn't
can't
matter who they're playing, where they're playing, when they're playing. It's the Kansas City Chiefs with what they have, and that's
Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid,
They're
Travis Kelce.
they're favored in every game this year, every single game, which is insane because they have to go on the road to play some tough teams. I think they're at Cincinnati and they're still favored.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it's pretty crazy.
I think they're at Buffalo.
Or at Buffalo, that's what it is.
Oh, that's gonna be tough, but I think they still gotta.
But they're favored in every game, unlike the Arizona Cardinals, who are the underdogs in every single game this year.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I wonder why.
What do you mean? They're not that bad. They're really good.
Again. All right. Fourth team in the AFC West. Max, we'll start off with you. This isn't that
Is it
difficult.
really that hard?
Yeah. All right, Las Vegas, just take your spot.
Shay.
Yeah, I think I have Vegas going 7-10, which is still okay, but just this division's really it's a good division, and they're not gonna get that far with Garoppolo at quarterback.
I have them with a good 6-11. A good 6-11. They'll finish strong.
It's all about how you finish.
Ezra.
They're losing the division. They'll go 7-10.
7,
Maybe.
10. Yeah,
If they play well.
I think a 6-11 and maybe 5 wins if that.
5?
Listen,
5's a little low for this team.
We're
That's what
still
Denver
not
did
sure if
last year.
Jimmy Garoppolo is even playing quarterback.
True, that is a good point. Yes, if Garoppolo isn't their quarterback, yeah, it might lower, but I'm assuming he passes his physical in place.
And also,
Why would he
like,
not
they
pass his
also,
physical?
I
Because he
know,
didn't pass the first time. And they expected because he got surgery and they expected him to be good, but he didn't pass his physical. So.
I know that Waller also, whatchamacallit, isn't there anymore, and I know he didn't play much.
I never incorporate him because he barely played.
I don't even incorporate him on the Giants when we do their schedule because he's going to get injured.
He's due for like 6 games of the year.
It's okay because we have a stud ass backup tight end. See Daniel Bellinger?
I do
See
like
that
him,
man?
though. I do
See
like
that
him.
man? That man is looking fucking
We'll
huge.
get to the Giants when we get to the Giants. Hear my opinions on them.
But whatchamacallit? Yeah, I mean this team also has I feel like one of the bottom defenses in the league.
The defense is not good.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I just saw a stat. Trayvon Diggs had more interceptions than the whole team in 2021.
Yeah, they're not very good on defense.
Nope.
And their offense is mid at best, so they're number 4. Max, number 3, who we got?
Record
Denver.
last year.
Denver?
6-11.
Don't even have Denver even doing that well, bro. 9-8.
Dude.
9-8's 500. That's pretty
Better
good for
than-
Denver. It's a lot better than they were
It's
last
better,
year.
but it's bad with Russell Wilson
Yeah,
and Jerry Jeudy.
I agree with you that they're going to go 9-8, but it's not what they're looking for because this is a team which now Sean Payton and hoping Russell Wilson plays better. This is a team looking for the playoffs, and they're not going to get it there with a 9-8 record. They're going to fall short. But yeah, this is a big improvement from last year. I mean, it's 4 more wins than you had last year. So it's in the right direction, but you also could have Russell Wilson going in the wrong direction, and that's a problem when you paid him all this money and you haven't gone to the playoffs once with him. So
Ezra?
I have them at only 8-9.
8-9. That's fair. I think they're a 9-win team. But unfortunately, they're just in a loaded division that, I mean, if the Chargers don't stay healthy, they could bump up to number 2.
They didn't make any fucking moves either. You brought in a new head coach, but you didn't fill a lot of spots. Mike McGlinchey, that's not a fucking fill. That's not a fucking fill,
I don't think this
bro.
team needs to fill many spots. I think defensively they're really good, and offensively they have a lot of pieces. Their line is good. They have some solid receivers. The running back, Javonte Williams, when he comes,
You're right. He is returning.
Yeah, being back, he's a good running back. They just need Russell Wilson to play well. Like, this team has potential to be really good.
If I was the Broncos, I would at least get 1 or 2 more weapons.
If you score 27 points, you probably win 13 games. You probably win 13 games.
That's a lot.
Who's gonna do that?
27's not that much.
For the team that we saw last year, that's a lot.
They probably averaged like 17 last year, so that's a big jump.
But if you get to 21, it's 10
They're
wins.
10-7 last year.
So if you get to 27, that's 13 wins.
That's a lot. They're not getting 27. 21 is doable.
But you only have to get to 27
I could
against
also
the
see their
Chiefs.
defense taking a step back just because of how well they played last year. And I feel like it's like this. I always see like this thing like, oh, this defense, they played really well. Like they're like, oh, next year expectations are so high, and they kind of struggle a little bit.
That's true.
So I could see them defense taking a slight step back. The offense takes a step up, but the defense takes a step back, and it kind of evens itself out.
Yeah, I think that's a great example. Yeah.
Max, number 2.
Chargers.
I think we'll just go around the board
11-6. One more win than last year, but they're still a good second round exit.
Yeah, I like the Bolts at the 2 spot here at 11-6. I think that's a good spot for them. This is a good team. It's a playoff team. They're obviously gonna get a wild card spot. However, they might get like a 5. I think they'll get the 5 seed wild card spot. Probably get to play themselves like Jacksonville again in the first round next year. Maybe a little revenge. But then they're gonna probably get stuck playing like Kansas City or Cincinnati in that next round matchup on the road, which is going to be very difficult for them. So I don't know about getting past the second round for them. But I think it's an improvement from last year because I think they'll win a playoff game. They'll do better in the regular season, and they'll see what they want to do with Brandon Staley. And hopefully they stay healthy because I really like the Chargers.
Ezra?
I only have them at 9-8.
Wow.
9 wins?
9-8.
Does Keenan Allen...
Does
everybody snap their legs?
Okay, I don't know if the whole team's going to, but someone's going to get hurt. It's going to happen. It happens to every team somehow, some way. They have to play, and the teams I wrote down, I could pull up the whole schedule, but the Niners, the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Jets, who could be good, actually, somehow. The Bills, and then I think playing in Denver is tough. In Vegas is tough, and you have to play Kansas City twice.
Yeah.
That's 9-8.
I don't know about all those being losses, but
Yeah, exactly.
I
don't know about
I think they
Miami.
win some of those games definitely, but
Even though I love Miami.
yeah, they got a tough division, but I just think this is a offense that has potential to score a lot of points, move the ball really quick. I mean, you've seen they'll go plays where they'll be like 30-yard pass, 20-yard pass, 15-yard play, and then they'll have drives where they go 3 and out and Herbert throws 3 40+ yard passes, incomplete punt. So it's a offense that has potential and a defense that has really a lot of potential. So hopefully they could just kind of get things right and they could be pretty good.
Yep. Chargers need to stay healthy, and they need to be more consistent on offense. They either go from 20 points or 44 points.
I feel like this could be a Justin Herbert MVP season type thing for him. I feel like he could really kind of. He needs to take that step up because, I mean, I could tell you from having him in fantasy last year, he just never took that leap. He went through. The problem with them is his numbers are never that good. He might get a lot of yards, but then they get close in the red zone and they give it to Eckler and he gets in the end zone. They run the ball. He's got to let this guy throw it. Let him throw it around like crazy. Get him some more touchdowns because he has potential to put up some crazy numbers for how much he throws the ball.
Yeah, exactly. All right, number 1.
All right,
Casey.
Who has the Chiefs having some crazy record, Ezra? Let's hear it.
I think they're only going 12-5.
Okay. I'm waiting for someone to have like 15-2.
I'm gonna say. I want to say 12-5 too.
Yeah, I like the 12. I like the Chiefs going 12-5 and winning this division. I think it's a good spot for them.
But then again, it doesn't really matter because they'll just be even better in the playoffs because they know they have the edge of how many times they've won playoff games than every other team in the NFL.
And they may start off like 3-4, or like
Yeah,
3-3.
they could just be it could be interesting. Like they're 2-2, and you're like, oh, it's not. So then they.
It's not the same Chiefs, and
they
then
win.
Then all of a sudden
as
they're
long as they're the
8-2.
that's all they want. That's all they care about is just being in the playoffs.
Exactly.
being in the playoffs and being healthy in the playoffs. And that's the most important thing, I think, for every NFL team, but especially the Kansas City
But a lot of
Chiefs.
teams like the Chargers don't think like that when they play their guys in Week 17.
But didn't we get hurt in Week 17?
Oh, they didn't.
Wait, what?
18, you mean?
In Chargers, remember when the Chargers played somebody in Week 18?
No,
They
Well,
got
of
hurt.
course they fucking played somebody.
they did.
They did, and he got hurt, and he didn't play in the Jacksonville game.
Was it Mike Williams or Keenan?
Yeah, I think it
Allen?
was Mike Williams.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think Mike Williams. Yeah, you're right. Mike Williams.
Like the Chargers regular season team, they're not a playoff team.
Well, again, because they also weren't healthy.
Why do you ride this Chargers team?
Because on paper, they can win the division.
You want a cowboy hat with that shit? Like,
No, I
You
think
can get your
I
boots
do
in a
like
bundle,
I
too.
really do like this Chargers team because I really like Justin Herbert. I think he's very good, and I think this team the Chargers have a lot of potential. They have to get past the Chiefs. It's very difficult to get past the Chiefs.
Is Herbert a top?
It's kind of like Miami with Buffalo, because you have to play the Bills twice a year, and one's in Buffalo.
Having another special guest? I didn't occur for the second one.
Oh, someone's coming up here all of a sudden.
Oh, it's Cooper Pooper.
You okay?
Oh, we're choosing ties for weddings.
First one.
First one, yeah. With the flowers.
He was confident about it.
Take the dog, too.
wait, we need a word from Uncle Sean. We gotta Uncle Sean. Who
That-
wins the A?
Who's winning the AFC West? That's the Chiefs division.
The AFC Championship every year.
I know.
That's the way it is, dude.
Psycho dog, get out of
Who's
here.
coming in second? Who's going to be the wild card from that division?
Chargers.
Chargers.
We all said Los
all-
Angeles.
Does Denver suck the next year?
Do the Broncos make the playoffs?
buddy,
That's
better coach, good players.
good team. Quarterback questionable. How he's gonna play?
Yeah, but
Do they make the
the head
playoffs?
coach is a quarterback dude.
He is. Do they make the playoffs? So that's the thing. Do they surpass the Chargers and get that another get a wild card spot or? Because we all said no. We all said they don't. Right? We
It all
all said
depends on what you've got coming from the AFC North. You're getting one from the South, the division winner.
yeah.
So are you getting one from the North and one from the East?
You're at least.
Bills and Jets.
The
Well,
Dolphins.
you got the Dolphins too.
Right.
the Ravens.
You got the Ravens, and the Bengals, and the Browns,
And the Steelers.
and the Steelers. Kid loves
The Steelers are a 500 team every
That's
year.
what I mean. That's how I
Stop
think the Broncos
hating.
Yeah, but not a playoff team.
Still 500 though.
And the Titans do exist. I don't think they're going to be any good, though.
No.
I think you get one from the North.
One from each. One from the north. One from the north. One from the east. One from the west. I think that's right.
The West is going to be questionable.
You think you'll get any from the west? You think you might not get any from the west?
Denver sucks now.
You don't think the Chargers? They were
Told
the,
you
they were
they'd
the
go
5 seed
9-8.
last year. They were the number 1 wild card seed last year.
All right, so one from each then for me. That's what I'll give you.
I think I like that.
All right. Come on, dog. Cooper. Thanks, boys. Good luck. Cooper.
Oh, we got a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, a word from our sponsor was one from each, and then obviously the AFC South wins.
He supplies us with a place to film.
Yes,
We thank him for that.
we thank you for that very much.
What were we gonna ask before he came up here?
I don't remember.
Oscar was gonna say something.
Oh
very
yes,
stupid.
I was going to say something. Is Justin Herbert a top 5 quarterback? Before we end this off.
Yeah, but he's not a winner.
So let's name the quarterbacks that are definitely better.
Mahomes,
Burrow.
Hurts,
Allen,
Burrow. Allen.
Hurts,
Jalen Hurts is 4.
Ooh.
Hurts.
Forget it.
I like Aaron Rodgers.
Shut up, you Packer fan.
He's on the Jets now, so you
I'm
can.
aware.
Yeah.
I like Herbert at 5 or 4 or 5. Yeah, he's top 5. I think he's top 5.
He definitely prefer
Right at the end. Like he's 4 or 5.
Yeah, definitely before the end of the year, we will have a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah,
list.
I think he's he's right after like those like Allen and possibly Hurts, but he's right before Trevor Lawrence and like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That spot, right? Like 5.
Yeah, right at 5.
It's like obviously, I mean,
that's a good spot
you
for
guys can think. Say
How
what you
overrated
want.
is Tua?
What?
How overrated
We don't need
is
to
Tua?
get
Tua is like number 25 on my quarterbacks, probably.
we don't need to get into
Same with Lamar. Lamar is also probably in the like 17.
17. 17. There's 15 quarterbacks better
If
than
you
him.
let me think, I'll take probably at least.
Man, you can't even fuck that number.
I'll take 12 number quarterbacks better than Lamar. Definitely, probably 15.
12 I could do, but 15.
Probably.
Whoa, hey!
You
You want me to name them right now?
15.
You want me to go down the list?
You name me
Mahomes?
15.
Okay. I'll start with the division we did today. Mahomes and Herbert. Definitely. Allen and Rodgers.
Okay.
And okay.
Burrow.
Trevor Lawrence. Burrow.
You're at 6. Tua.
No,
No.
definitely not Tua.
You're still at 6.
I can't take Watson yet. No.
Geno Smith.
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 Hurts.
Prescott.
Prescott.
Daniel Jones.
Yes, I'll take Daniel Jones over Lamar.
Yo, I'm a Giants fan. I don't even know about that one. I like Lamar that much.
Kenny Pickett.
What am I looking at?
This is Jimmy Butler's
You fucking
Instagram story.
smoking something, Kenny Pickett?
I'm gonna show you guys Jimmy Butler's Instagram story.
I can't even fucking.
what?
It is a picture of it looks
That
like
is
2 fingers
not-
going in his
no.
butthole.
Shay, you taking Kirk Cousins better than Lamar?
Yes.
I don't really like Kirk Cousins. I don't know about that.
Okay.
All right. Maybe not. Maybe that's a stretch. No, Lamar's probably like my number 10 or 11 spot. Okay. But he's overrated. People put him at like number 6 and he's not that high. So
Okay, he's not that high.
he's probably like my I don't know if he fits in the top 10. He's probably maybe just outside, if not 10.
He's still good.
He can't throw the ball.
He doesn't need to.
Is
Have you
Stafford
seen him
better?
run
They
with the
haven't
ball?
won anything. He needs to do
Is
something.
Stafford better than him?
Yeah, when healthy, yeah, 100% Stafford's better.
I think.
I'll take last season Jared Goff even over him. How Jared Goff played last year, I'll take him.
I think Wilson.
By the end of the year, Jordan Love will be ahead of him.
I think him and Wilson.
I'm lying, obviously. That's not true.
Wilson's very close.
I'll say by the end of this year, I could definitely see Wilson being better. Yeah.
I was gonna say Wilson might be a little bit better, but what you call it? Anything else, Ezra? You have
Nuggets in 5, maybe 4 max.
No, they don't sweep. No way they sweep.
They just came off a
Miami
sweep.
plays too hard.
Yeah,
Not
Jimmy
get
will have one. Jimmy won't let them get swept. He'll have one game where he has like 50 points.
Yeah.
At that
They
point.
need to shoot 50% or better.
I'm
from
telling you,
3.
man.
No team is ever fucking shooting 50% or better from 3.
They
yo.
did in Game 7.
It's one fucking game.
Who shot 50% or better from?
The Heat in Game 7 against the Celtics shot 50% from
47.
3-point. They were at
47.
14 for 28.
Really? That's actually really impressive.
Thought it was 47.
I have it.
Maybe it was 14 for 29. Did you miss that last shot?
Oh, I don't.
It's ESPN.
I don't know, but Ezra, I appreciate for coming on today. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, guys. See you next time.